I'm Hannah Hally, and welcome back to Icons of Influence, the series where we explore how influence is built, scaled, and sustained across business, culture, and leadership. Today's episode is about power inside systems, not celebrity, not spectacle, but the kind of influence that reshapes global organizations from the inside out. This is the story of Indra Nooyi. Her journey shows us how strategic clarity becomes authority, how purpose can coexist with profit, and how long-term leadership decisions shape legacy far beyond quarterly results. Indra Nooyi was born in India in 1955 and raised in a household that valued education, discipline, and ambition. From an early age, she demonstrated intellectual curiosity and competitive drive, excelling academically while also engaging in debate, music, and sport. She studied physics, chemistry, and mathematics before earning an MBA in India and later a master's degree from Yale. This combination of scientific thinking and business education shaped her analytical approach, structured, rigorous, and deeply systems-oriented. Moving from India to the United States, Nooyi entered a corporate world that was not designed for women of colour, immigrants, or outsiders. Rather than attempting to assimilate quietly, she learned to navigate complexity with confidence, adaptability, and strategic patience. These early experiences forged a leadership mindset grounded in resilience and perspective, the ability to see organizations not just as profit engines but as social systems embedded in global contexts. Indra Nooyi joined PepsiCo in the mid-1990s, initially working in strategy and corporate development. Her impact was immediate and measurable. She played a key role in major strategic moves, including restructuring the company's portfolio and positioning PepsiCo for long-term growth beyond sugary drinks. Her ability to combine data-driven insight with future-oriented thinking quickly distinguished her as a leader. In 2006, Nooyi became CEO of PepsiCo, one of the largest food and beverage companies in the world. The significance of this moment cannot be overstated. She became one of the first women of colour to lead a global fortune company, stepping into a role with enormous visibility, responsibility, and scrutiny. Her influence now operated at planetary scale. What defines Indra Nooyi's leadership is not just growth, but redefinition. She introduced the concept of performance with purpose, a strategic framework that sought to align financial performance with environmental sustainability, human capital development, and healthier product offerings. This was not universally popular. Investors questioned the focus on long-term sustainability over short-term margins. Critics argued that purpose diluted shareholder value. But Nooyi understood something fundamental. The future of global business would be shaped by health, climate, and social responsibility, whether companies liked it or not. Under her leadership, PepsiCo invested heavily in reducing environmental impact, diversifying product portfolios toward healthier options, and strengthening internal leadership pipelines. These decisions required courage, as they often sacrificed immediate returns for future resilience. This is influence exercised through conviction rather than consensus. Indra Nooyi's leadership style stood apart from traditional corporate archetypes. She was known for intellectual rigour paired with emotional intelligence. She wrote letters to employees' families. She spoke openly about the pressures of leadership, motherhood, and cultural expectation. She did not separate identity from authority. She integrated it. As an immigrant woman leading a global corporation, Nooyi expanded the mental model of what leadership could look like. She demonstrated that strength does not require hardness and that empathy does not undermine decisiveness. Her influence extended beyond PepsiCo into broader conversations about diversity, inclusion, and the human cost of executive leadership. She became a role model not because she claimed the title, but because she lived the complexity openly. Indra Nooyi's tenure was not without resistance. Her strategic pivot toward healthier products and sustainability faced ongoing pressure from activist investors and critics focused on short-term performance. Some initiatives took years to show measurable returns. This highlights a central tension in leadership at scale, doing what is popular versus doing what is necessary. Nooyi remained committed to long-term thinking, even when it made leadership more difficult. She absorbed criticism without retreat, understanding that influence is often most tested when it challenges existing norms. Her decisions reveal a core truth. Leadership influence is not validated in applause. It's validated in outcomes over time. Indra Nooyi's career offers powerful lessons for modern leaders and founders. First, strategy is influence. The ability to shape direction determines power. Second, purpose and profit are not opposites. Alignment creates resilience. Third, long-term thinking requires courage, especially in public markets. Fourth, identity can expand leadership models rather than limit them. Finally, influence at scale demands responsibility, not just performance. Nooyi's leadership shows that the most consequential influence often operates quietly through policy, portfolio, and people decisions. Indra Nooyi didn't build influence through charisma or spectacle. She built it through strategic clarity, moral conviction, and disciplined execution. Her legacy is not just a more resilient PepsiCo, it's a broader redefinition of what corporate leadership can and should be in a global, interconnected world. I'm Hannah Hally, and this was Icons of Influence. Until next time, think long-term, lead with conviction, and remember, the most powerful influence shapes systems, not headlines.